Hey, how you doing? David Taub here with Epic Guitar Instruction. Hope all's going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. Going to learn a really fun song today, Redemption Song by Bob Marley. This is from the 1980 release Uprising. Really fun song to play, great one to add to your song catalog. It always goes over really well. Just about everybody knows this song. And it's fairly easy, so even if you're early on in your guitar journey, you could learn this, or if you're later on in your journey, it's a great one to add to your catalog. The song is basically just 7 open chords, and we're going to do it in standard tuning, just like the original recording. So tune your guitars low to high, E, A, D, G, B, and E. The chords you're going to need to play this song are G, E minor, C, G over B, A minor, and A minor 6. Just take your A minor and add your pinky on that F sharp note on the high E string 2nd fret. That's A minor 6. That's the last chord in the song, and you only need it at the very end of the song, but it's definitely there. And D major. That's all the chords. And before we get rocking, if you could please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel really helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson. Let us know what lessons you'd like to see. And if you like the video, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. So the beginning is just a single note line, and he plays it 2 times around. It'll sound like this. Repeats it again. Into the first verse. So I'll tab this out for you. The main thing to get that sound, the song's in the key of G major pretty much. Starts on that G note. And then you want to do that hammer on when you get down. Just come down hard. Open A string to the 3rd fret of the A string. And then open D to the 2nd fret. So you get this sound. Right? That's very important. And then, so think of the first one, the first little lick is this. Okay, and then think of the second lick like this. Okay, so that little part, again, you go back to that G note, 3rd fret, low E string. Then play the open A string followed by open A hammer to the 2nd fret of the A, and it's kind of fast. And then you get the open D string in there, so those notes kind of are quick. Okay? And then you're going to play the 2nd fret again of the A string, and then you're going to do a hammer to the 3rd fret. Keep that 2nd finger down because after the hammer to the 3rd fret, back to the 2nd fret, open. Play the line once really slow, it'll sound like this. Okay, so after the intro, which you play 2 times around, it goes right into verse 1. And verse 1 starts off, old pirates, yes, they rob I. That progression for verse 1 is going to be G to E minor to C to G over B, A minor. And he does that 3 times around. And then the 4th time you go G, E minor, C, and D. And then it goes into the chorus. Won't you help me sing, right? These songs of freedom. So the strum pattern. Let's do 2 strum patterns. We'll take you through most of the song. The first one, like on that G chord, we're going to do this. Just a down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. Now, when you get to the C and the G over B to the A minor, what you're going to do is you're going to do a different strum pattern because you got to split the strum between the C and the G over B chord. And this will be throughout the song, and you're going to be doing it in the choruses also on the C and the D chord. But in the verses, so C, you're going to be doing this strum. Down, down, up, change. Down, down, up, down, down, up. So just get that down, down, up going. Down, down, up, change, down, down, up, right? So basically on the C you do down, down, up, G over B, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, down, up. All right? And that basically is going to be through the first 3 lines of the verses. So if I play that first verse for you, it'll sound like this. Old pirates. the chorus. G starts the chorus. Here's a couple quick chord changing pointers for these progressions, right? So G minor, C, G over B, A minor. The first set of changes that's so prominent in the verses. G. Then when you go to your E minor, leave this first finger down and just take your second finger and bring it underneath it. And the other two fingers come up, right? You never want to take your hand away from the guitar neck like this. And you never want to take your hand out of that cluster just to put it back, right? So you think of it like you're collapsing it into the next chord. So G, first finger stays down, move that second finger under E minor. Now, the next chord is C. Now the E minor chord shares this note with the C chord, right? Shares that E note. So don't take it off just to put your hand back in that same position. So the move to go to E minor to C is you pivot. Think of it like you're pivoting. See how I do that? This first finger drops down to the first fret on the B string. This third finger goes up to the third fret of the A string, but it's a pivot. This finger stays down. So E minor, C, right? So you get this, G, E minor. Now you pivot for the C. The next chord, which is the G over B, what you're gonna have to do is I would grab the D note on the high E string with the pinky. And then bring up your second finger up one string to the second fret, and there's that B note. And there's your G over B, right? So you see how I did that? You're on the C, second finger comes up one string, and the pinky comes down. Again, notice how these movements are very economical. I'm not pulling the hand away from the guitar and out of a cluster, out of the chordal cluster. And if you find yourself struggling with chord changes, just don't have them down really smooth, right? Sometimes it's these little tweaks in the techniques that make all the difference in the world. I could really help you with that. Tell you what, click on that link in the YouTube description box below. I'll send you a killer-free extended play video lesson. It's not on YouTube, on my 6 essential chord changing technique tips. The lesson is packed with exercises, all kinds of technique tips. It'll really get your chord changing blasted to the next level. And I'll also send you, with that, I'll send you a free ebook that has more chord charts, more lessons, more exercises. It's a killer 1-2 punch video lesson and ebook. I'll send them both to you for free. Just click on that link below. So the first chorus, won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? Those chords are, won't you help to sing, G, and then you play the C. These songs is a D of freedom. G again. So basically you repeat the G, C, D, because all I ever, all is that C, I ever D, have, you go to E minor, C. Redemption is on the D, redemp. You hit that D on the demp of redemption. And then again you play the G, C, D, songs, G, C, redemption, D again, songs, G again, C, D, and that goes into verse 2, emancipate. Back to the G for verse 2. Let me play the chorus once, right after triumphantly on that verse in D. Play that too. Won't you help to sing as a chorus? Verse 2, emancipate. And you're into verse 2. So again, the strum pattern. Now what we're going to do is we're going to split it between the C and that D. So on the C, you're going down, down, up, D, down, down, up, right? And on the G and the E minor chords, you do the full strum. Verse 2, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, right? It's very similar to verse 1, except a couple of the chords are different. He changes them. Basically, the chords in verse 2, it's going to be this progression. G, E minor, C, G over B, A minor. Same like verse 1, but the second line is different. He does G, E minor, C, then he throws in that G over B to D. Okay? And he does that, those two lines 2 times. Right? So you repeat all those twice. It's the same exact strum pattern where we're splitting the strum between the C and the G over B. Right? It'll sound like this. Emancipate. twice on the D again, and it goes into the chorus. Won't you help us sing into the second chorus? Chorus 2 is pretty much the same as chorus 1, except they add one more measure, and basically just adding one more change from that G, C, and D, where you split the strums, and he just says redemption songs. So it's basically the same thing, just add one more measure. After chorus 2, there's an interlude, and the song kind of switches to the key of E minor, the relative minor of G major, right? And those chords in the interlude are E minor, C, and D. It's kind of a little instrumental break, right? And he plays those three chords around 4 times. Let me play the interlude and I'll explain it to you, because we'll use a little different strum pattern. It'll sound like this. Into verse 3. Alright, so in the interlude, I'm using all downstrokes, but I'm accenting and doing palm muting. So I'm laying my hands right on the strings just to give it a little different sound. So I'm letting the chord ring out on that first hit, E minor, mute, mute. So it's kind of like down, 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 down on the E minor chord. 3 downs 3 times. If you want to count it, count in threes like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Switch to the C, 1, 2, 3, 3 downs. Switch to the D, 1, 2, 3, 3 downs. So you get this slow. And on the C and the D, I let it ring to kind of build it up a little bit. You do that 4 times, and it goes right into verse 3. Emancipate yourselves. Verse 3 is the same as verse 2. Same changes as verse 2. Now after verse 3, it goes into the third and final chorus. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? This one's even longer than the second chorus, so I'll go over the chords with you. This time you're going to play in the third chorus, won't you help to sing. Starts off same as the other ones. G, C, D. And then you repeat that again. G, C, D. Same strum pattern where you do that full strum on the G, split on the C and the D. So G, C, D twice. Then you're going to do E minor, because all I ever had. Whenever it goes to that had and it kind of goes up, you go to that E minor, C, D. Then you go to G, C, D again, right? G, C, D. And then it goes back to E minor again. E minor, C, D twice. And then G, C, D, one more. And then it's going to go into the outro, which I'll show you in a second. I'll play that last chorus right into the outro, and I'll explain it. Because in the outro, he's going to go G, C, G over B. And he does that same thing. G with the full strum, C, split strum with the G over B to that A minor, to the A minor 6th. I'll tell you what, I'll play it for you, the whole last chorus, right into the outro. Right from Won't You Help to Sing. And then the song ends with him playing just that A minor 6. I use all downstrokes. And you could do like that with the muted strumming and accents. And he kind of ends it, instead of playing it for a full measure, he ends it after a 7 count instead of going a full 8. But you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just end it when you feel it, right? Just to do a little play along. I'll play like verse 2 into the chorus, into the interlude, into verse 3, just so you could see how they all connect. Do the little play along, and that'll sound like this. If it verse 2 is that emancipate, mental slavery. Hope you liked that lesson. Such a great song, so much fun to play. Enjoy it. Stay tuned. I got tons more killer lessons coming up soon. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. That really helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. And also, don't forget to click on that link in the YouTube description box below for my killer video lesson. It's not on YouTube, on essential chord changing technique tips and exercises. I'll send you a video lesson and ebook for free. Just click on that link below. Thank you so much for checking out this lesson, and thank you so much for your support over the years. So appreciate it. Keep up all that hard work on those guitars. Stay positive. You can do it. And remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. Take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson.